Hello everyone, welcome to ATM. Over the last decade, we've seen Indians thriving in the global business arena, resulting in many going on to lead some of the top companies around the world, thereby earning a fortune as reward for their smart work. In this video, we're going to look at 10 such leaders and how much they are paid for their leadership roles. At the time of making this video, executive compensation information for the year 2020 was not available for most of them in this list. Therefore, we will track the compensation these leaders received in 2019. Let us jump right in. At number 10 is Jayashree Ulal. As president and CEO of Arista Networks, Jayashree Ulal got paid $1.3 million in 2019, translating to about 10.09 crore Indian rupees. Now, this seems like a relatively small payout. However, in 2017 and 18, she received a combined $14.1 million in stock and option awards, translating to around 103 crore rupees. Arista Networks is a computer networking company based out of Santa Clara, California. The company was founded in 2004 and launched its products in 2008, which is when Jayashree Ulal joined as CEO after a 15-year stint with the networking giant Cisco. She took the company public in 2014, and since then, revenues of the company has almost tripled from about $837.5 million to $2.41 billion in 2019. At number 9 is Nikesh Arora. As chairman and CEO of Palo Alto Networks, Nikesh Arora took home around $2.2 million in 2019, translating to around 16.1 crore rupees. Now, this is meager compared to the $128 million or 936 crore rupee package he received when joining Palo Alto in 2018. However, we should note that this package is spread across 7 years and is tied to aggressive profit targets. Having said that, Nikesh Arora is known in the business world to receive high compensation. In 2015, he was paid a staggering $135 million or rupees 988 crore when he was named the heir apparent to Masayoshi Son at SoftBank. Prior to his stint with SoftBank, he worked for Google and his package there was around $46.7 million or rupees 341 crore around the time he quit the company in 2012. At number 8 is Dinesh Paliwal, who as head of audio and infotainment system provider Harman International was paid $15 million or rupees 109 crore in 2019. This IIT Roorkee alumni was instrumental in the $8 billion or rupees 58,500 crore merger of Harman with Samsung in 2017. On top of the $15 million package that he was assured for 3 years after the merger, Dinesh Paliwal was paid a cash bonus of $21.96 million, translating to rupees 160 crore, for remaining at the top position even after the merger. He was also awarded long-term incentives totaling $21 million or rupees 153 crore after the merger. Mr. Paliwal became CEO of Harman in 2007 and resigned in April 2020, during which time he helped Harman triple their revenues. Next in at number 7 is Ivan Manuel Menezes, who as ED and CEO of British multinational alcohol company Diageo took home £11.65 million or rupees 116 crore as salary in 2019. This IIM and Kellogg School alumni has been with Diageo since 1997 and was elevated to become CEO in 2013. He has amassed total compensation of £97.5 million, translating to rupees 972 crore since becoming ED and CEO at Diageo. Diageo was formed in 1997, resulting from the merger of Guinness Brewery and Grand Metropolitan. An interesting fact about Diageo is that they own the Pillsbury Company, which is the world's largest producer of food grain and owner of many other food brands. Diageo also owned the Burger King fast food chain until the year 2002, when they sold it to a consortium led by the US investment firm Texas Pacific for $1.5 billion. Pillsbury too was sold to General Mills in the year 2000. Diageo took a majority stake in United Spirits for a total cost of £1.28 billion or around rupees 12,700 crore from former promoter group led by Vijay Mallya and other shareholders. At number 6 is Ajay Pal Singh Banga. As president and CEO of MasterCard, this Padma Shri recipient took home a cool $23.25 million or around rupees 170 crore as compensation in 2019. His net worth is touted to be around 5,200 crore in rupee terms. He became CEO in 2010 and served the role until December 2020, during which time the company's revenues have tripled from around $5.33 billion in 2010 to $15.5 billion at the end of 2020. Coming in at number 5 is Francisco Dsouza of Cognizant Technology Solutions. As CEO of Cognizant Tech, Francisco Dsouza was paid a compensation of $29 million or rupees 211 crores in 2019. Becoming CEO in 2007, he has made a stellar $191 million or around rupees 1,395 crore until he stepped down from the role in April 2019. He did make every penny worth, steering annual revenues of the company from around $2.1 billion in 2007 to a massive $16.3 billion in 2019. Cognizant, formerly known as Dun & Bradstreet Software in the initial years, was started as an in-house technology solutions unit of data analytics and business intelligence major Dun & Bradstreet. It was later spun off as an independent unit called Cognizant Corporation in 1997 and debuted in Nasdaq through its IPO in 1998, raising $34 million. The stock has since returned upwards of 29,000%. At number 4 is Thomas Kurian, the CEO of Google Cloud. Thomas Kurian worked with Oracle for 22 years before stepping down in 2017 and received a compensation of $36 million or around 263 crore at that time. At Oracle, he was considered to be the number 2 guy after founder Larry Ellison. Reports suggest that he quit Oracle as a result of disagreements with Larry Ellison over the direction of Oracle's cloud business. In 2018, Google picked up Thomas Kurian to lead its cloud division as CEO to better compete with market leaders Amazon AWS and Microsoft's Azure. Although Thomas Kurian's pay at Google Cloud is not publicly available, we can rest assured that it will be better than what he made at Oracle, considering the fast pace of revenue growth at Google Cloud. Thomas Kurian's twin brother George Kurian is also a big name in the tech industry, leading cloud data services company NetApp as its CEO. At number 3 is Adobe's chairman, president and CEO Shantanu Narayan. Mr. Narayan has been holding the top position at Adobe since 2007 and was rewarded with handsome payout of $39 million or rupees 285 crore as compensation in 2019. Since becoming CEO, Adobe's revenues have quadrupled from around $3.15 billion in 2007 to around $12.87 billion in 2020. During this period, the market cap of the company has also risen from around $25 billion to around $240 billion. Having co-founded one of the first photo sharing app called Pictra in 1996, Shantanu Narayan tried in vain, but instead was picked up by the company as vice president in 1998 and rising through the ranks to head the company in 9 years since joining. Next in at number 2 is Satya Nadella. As CEO of Microsoft, he took home $44.32 million or around 324 crore as compensation in 2019 that included performance-linked bonus of $10.99 million. Having worked in different verticals of the company for 22 years, Mr. Nadella was elevated as CEO of Microsoft in 2014 and was paid a whopping $84.3 million or around 616 crore rupees that year. Since becoming CEO, Satya Nadella oversaw big acquisitions such as Mojang, a Swedish game development company, for $2.5 billion in 2014, the professional network major LinkedIn for a massive $26.2 billion in 2016, and collaborative version control company GitHub for $7.5 billion in 2018. During his tenure as CEO, the tech giant's revenue have grown to $147 billion in 2020 from around $93 billion in 2014. The high-stakes cloud business of Microsoft Azure has also been growing its revenue comfortably above 50% rate year over year. And finally, no prizes for guessing the number 1 man on this list. Of course, it is the CEO of Alphabet and Google, Sundar Pichai. He was paid a mind-boggling $240 million or around 1,755 crore in 2020. The Chennai-born alumni of IIT Kharagpur, Stanford and Wharton joined Google in 2004, going on to becoming CEO of the company in 2015. He was also in the reckoning to become CEO of Microsoft in 2014, the role that eventually went to Satya Nadella. He was also named as CEO of Alphabet, Google's parent company, in 2019 after co-founder Larry Page stepped down from the role. Since becoming CEO of Google, Mr. Pichai has overseen around 60 mergers and acquisitions, including notable ones such as cloud software company Bebop for $380 million in late 2015, API management analytics company APG for $625 million in 2016, smartphone related IP from HTC for $1.1 billion in 2017, big data company Looker for $2.6 billion in 2019, and fitness electronics and wearables company Fitbit for $2.1 billion earlier this month. That is all for this video, folks. Which CEO is your favorite from this list? Or if you think we have missed out anyone else that should be part of this list, let us know in the comment section. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with others, and do provide your feedback. That will be the best motivation for us to keep creating videos with quality content. Thank you.